What is prospecting in real estate? All right, guys, we're going to dive into what prospecting is for real estate investors, what you need to know about it. But first off, thank you for asking this question. If you've got a question you'd like to have me answer, type it in the comments below and I'll put a video together just for you. Yeah, nobody else, just you and everybody else on YouTube. Okay, so what is prospecting? Prospecting is the activity that you are doing to generate opportunities. I want to make sure you understand this. This is something you're doing to try and generate potential opportunities of properties you can buy so that you can make some money in real estate investing. It could be buying and renting, buying and flipping, buying and selling, buying and fixing, whatever the case is. Either way, you've got to develop prospecting so you have opportunities. And I see a few different areas that you can do this in order to generate potential deals for yourself. And the first one I want to talk about is networking. Networking is this idea of working with other people that may see opportunities you're not able to see. This could be networking with wholesalers who are in the business of doing direct marketing to sellers, getting properties under contract at a discount and selling that contract to another real estate investor. They're providing a service for that and getting paid to do that. If you network with other wholesalers, you could find different opportunities, and prospecting means following up with them, calling them, making relationships, getting referrals, seeing if they've got any deals. When they have deals jumping all over them, that's a way of networking with wholesalers. Another way of networking is working with real estate agents, asking them if they have deals that are in bad shape that could use an investor or use a cash offer, and staying in touch with them. One of the things I'll say with networking, most people don't stay in touch enough, and most people don't make a relationship that's beyond the deal so that they have some common ground. For example, if I like to ski, which I do, and I find out that other people like to ski that I'm trying to network as a wholesaler, I can remind them that ski passes are coming on sale, or remind them, hey, snow's falling, we've got a deal, can we go skiing in a couple of weeks, or whatever the case is, or send them powder reports of the snow that's actually coming down. Something I can do to stay in touch with them and remind them that I'm there without just always saying, got a new deal, got a new deal, got a new deal. It builds a personal relationship. Next one I want to talk about is calling and texting. This is going to be targeted lists where you could build a list of non-owner occupied properties, or out-of-state owners, or divorces, or bankruptcies. You can build a list that has some equity that are in certain zip codes that you're interested in investing in that meet these criteria. You can then take that list and skip trace the list and get phone numbers, emails, and you can text, you can call, and you can email to people that meet this list. That doesn't mean everybody's interested in selling, but prospecting is the art of finding people that may have motivation and may have equity, calling them, getting in touch with them, and saying, do you have some interest? And if you do that enough times, finding somebody that actually does. That's the whole idea of prospecting. And one of the things that's really important to say here is it's a numbers game. You've got to realize that every no gets you closer to a yes, and you've got to go through a lot. If you're just going to call a few people, you're not going to get the success you're looking for. I mean, maybe it could happen on your first few calls, but we're finding it's hundreds of calls before you start seeing some success in your prospecting efforts, so don't lose sight of that. And I don't want to lose sight of asking you to hit that thumbs up button and tell me that I'm doing a great job with this. Now, as we are talking about this prospecting, we've created what's called a next deal roadmap. The next deal roadmap helps you understand what it's going to take on a weekly basis in order for you to end up with a deal. What it basically does is reverse engineers your success. You want to find a deal, so how many offers do you need to make? How many appointments do you need to go on? How many people do you need to talk to? How many properties do you need to find? And you reverse engineer that success, putting weekly activities together to help you have the success that you're actually looking for. That's how it is done. And so I recommend you do that, or check out our next deal blueprint if that's of interest to you. Next thing I want to talk about is driving for dollars. This is one of my favorites. The idea is you get in your car, but before you do that, you research the areas that have the most fix and flips in. Based upon that, you designate those as the zip codes you're going to start with. You drive around, make sure you're only driving the area once every 6 months. You're putting down properties that are in need of repairs, have problems, look like they're vacant, look like they have legal notices. With those, you are then taking that list and skip tracing it. As you skip trace that list, you're making phone calls to the people people, sending text messages or emails, and asking them if they have an interest in selling their property. That's another form of prospecting, which gets us back to the calls and texts that we're talking about just a little bit earlier. Next one I want to talk about is door knocking. Actually, just going out and knocking on doors and seeing if people are interested in selling their property is another way of prospecting. And lastly, I've got postcards and mailers. Postcards and mailers are the art of finding a targeted list, but rather than calling them, sending them postcards and mailers. The nice thing about that is they're going to get it. The bad thing about it is they get a lot of junk mail and lots of people just clear it over the trash, and it is a little bit more expensive, or quite a bit more expensive than just making phone calls yourself. So you've got to weigh that out. If you've got a little more money than you have time, then it might be a good situation for you. But either way, these are 5 different ways of looking at prospecting. There's lots of others as well. If you've got a way of prospecting, please type it in the comments below. I'd be very interested in hearing about it. Otherwise, I have a postcard template. If you are interested in selling those, sending those, I will send it to you for free. You can fill it out, put your name on it, those types of things. Just text me your email address to 435-294-0433, 435-294-0433. I've also got a great video on how to find properties to wholesale. I'll link that so you can take a look at it, as well as a blog post, How Do I Find Off-Market Properties, 26 strategies I've used. I'll put that down in the comments below so you can check out that video. If you're not already, please subscribe and consider doing that. I'd love to have you as part of our journey and help you in your real estate and investing. Otherwise, make it a very profitable day, and bye for now.